Hello, rail fans, and welcome to part 6 of our southwestern vacation journey that we had back in May of 2023. Currently sitting at the Flagstaff, Arizona Amtrak station. That first sequence that we saw there was a BNSF 3 engines light move. Was 7891, 7077, and 7436. They were headed eastbound. It was an ES44DC in the front, followed by an ES44C4, and then another ES44DC. This train that we're seeing here is a westbound intermodal. Another one of their seemingly almost all J.B. Hunt trains. There are some other cars in here, but quite a bit of J.B. Hunt. This one, again, it's a westbound, led up by 4194. A C44-9W, 8155, an ES44C4, and 4673, a C44-9W. There was another train that came past the Flagstaff Amtrak station while I was sitting here. Unfortunately, had to run in for a quick restroom break, and when I came back out, the train was partially past the station already, and so I did not film the remainder of it. It was a pretty nice looking manifest. So pretty sad that I missed that. Pretty hot day, really hot, sitting out here in the sun. There's not a lot of shade out on this platform, but a great, absolutely great place to watch and film trains or take pictures or whatever your particular interest might be. While we were in Flagstaff, the local university there was having graduation weekend. And I believe, I'm trying to remember exactly, I think this may have been either a Thursday or a Friday night. And the whole town was just absolutely packed. Very difficult to move around. Hard to really do anything. But we sat here for a little bit and like I said, managed to catch these couple that we filmed. Again, beautiful setting, beautiful environment. Kind of see off in the distance some of the older signage. I think that was for a motel that you see peeking out in between each of these intermodal cars back there on that tower. I can't remember what the name of it was, but you can see that it does offer $5 rooms. So obviously a very old age sign. There went a couple of DPU units past us. And then we'll see the rest of this train come through. We'll be back in a moment. There'll be an empty auto rack train, and it's going to move through really, really fast. But I'll talk about it a bit as it's going by. And that's going to be in Holbrook, Arizona, the next morning. And then the last little sequence we'll see in here, I probably won't get much of a chance to describe it because it's a very quick sequence. But we were coming back from Great Sand Dunes National Park and passed through a small town called Antonito, Colorado. And we came across, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, so if anybody out there knows it, please correct me. But the Cumbres and Toltec Scenic Railroad. And actually that campus or area that they have, the rail yard, is a National Historic Site. The Cumbres and Toltec, pretty interesting history behind it. It was originally constructed in 1880 as part of Rio Grande's narrow gauge San Juan extension. Served the silver mining district of the San Juan Mountains in southwestern Colorado. Their inability to interchange cars with other railroads led them to begin converting their tracks to standard gauge. As I said, it was originally narrow gauge. It appears in 1969 the Interstate Commerce Commission granted the Rio Grande's request to abandon its remaining narrow gauge mainline trackage. So that ended its use at that point. But in 1970, the states of Colorado and New Mexico jointly purchased the track and any structures from Antonito to Chama, New Mexico, and the Cumbres and Toltec Scenic Railroad began hauling tourists the next year. It's been featured in several movies. Most recently, Hostiles, a 2018 movie with Christian Bale, and A Million Ways to Die in the West, the Seth MacFarlane movie from 2014. It was also featured in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in 1989. So some pretty cool history there. They have a really old consist, some equipment that's no longer in use, kind of sitting along the driveway, and we'll do a drive-by of that and show you some of that. So definitely wasn't going to get time to talk through all that as we were sitting there looking at that, so I wanted to describe it now for you. Alright, so this is that second train, third train that I had mentioned. This was the empty auto rack trains, or train that we caught in Holbrook, Arizona. This one was a eastbound move, and we managed to capture it right at the old Holbrook Santa Fe depot. It's led up by two locomotives, 8279 and ES44C4. And 7286 and ES44DC. Alright, and as promised, here is that quick drive past of the equipment sitting by the Cumbres and Toltec entrance, their driveway. So, several pieces of this equipment not the best preserved, but a nice little sight line as you come into their driveway. Several Denver and Rio Grande Western refrigerator car, cattle car, just some different pieces of equipment, and then we see one of their old, no longer in use, obviously, steam locomotives. So pretty cool to see that, and just thought we'd throw it in here. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on the thumbs up below to give us a like. Also, please click on the Rusty Boxcar logo on the right side of the screen to get a subscription to the channel. And send us a comment. Really enjoy reading all your comments, and I try to respond to each one of them. Thanks, and have a nice day.